Thank you.
Button.
Good to be here. Good afternoon, people of ARIN. My name is Axel Pavlik. I'm the Managing Director of the RIPE NCC, which is ARIN's cousin organization over there in Europe, where it's moderately warm and rainy. So I'm grateful for the chance to be here today because I like it cold. Reminds me of Siberia in here. So, and we have the RIPE NCC Moscow Day today, so part of my colleagues are over there. I think it's warmer than in here. Right, update from the RIPE NCC. What are we keeping ourselves busy with? Focus for this year, some new and some not so new things on there. We are continuing to prepare and dealing with strong membership growth and what we think will be a bit of a fall off, or at least sort of a slowdown after the before pool is finished up. We, of course, continue ensuring and working on the accuracy of the RIPE registry. We look at due diligence, fraud prevention. I'll talk about all this in a little while. Value added through training service and major developments in there. Of course, providing neutral information, not only to our members but and academics and the like, but to governments, regulators, the police forces as well. And yeah, looking at K-Root, strengthening the infrastructure there. Right, talking about law enforcement, one of the previous discussions about policy was, cranking up the quality of stuff that is in the database. So ABUC validation information occasionally is outdated, not functioning properly. So I think basically law enforcement came in and said, hey, we would like you to focus on this. There was a healthy policy development process and discussions. We arrived at consensus there. We have been asked to check abuse contacts in the database and to follow up with resource holders to fix outdated information. We have hired a couple of people to do this. It's work intensive potentially. Implementation has started in February this year. And what we are doing is we do some automated checks, and where needed, and that will be needed, we will do manual intervention, contact people, and make it better. Talking about training, we do training courses. We do training courses for a long time. They are exceedingly popular. Face-to-face training is great, gives us feedback from our members. We do webinars, we do online stuff, all the documentation or the material is freely available. It's great, but we think our members don't get the most out of it. What we do is we give them certificates that they attended the training, but they are maybe dubious in benefit really, because you can come and collect your certificate and go home. That says that you have been there. That's great, but so we want to improve that, and what we are looking at is what we will call most likely RIPE NCC certified professionals, and what we will do for that is having a hard look at the identity of the candidate, doing the exam, and to have basically online remote proctoring for this kind of thing. We are in the process of setting this up. We are dealing with a third party there for the proctoring, but of course we need material, questions and the like that is useful for those things. So we did quite a bit of outreach to our community. Now we are doing extensive, job task analysis to get the questions right and relevant for the task. And so that's what we are looking forward to. So the idea is, like I said, content will be remaining available for everybody, but taking the proctored exam will cost some money, or our members will have vouchers for that. So it's also available for non-members, will be available for non-members. So we do this assessment platform. We'll have people watched through their webcams in a secure environment. We probably will also have online kiosks at our events to be used for this. And what you get out of that then as the successful participant have online digital badges that you can use that actually show that you personally did this exam and that you were successful there. So we are looking at quite some ratcheting up in our training services. RPKI is and remains an interesting topic. We've seen that here today. We have done a couple of hackathons over the last couple of years that are typically quite popular, and people come and like them. So we thought we'll do something similar with a RPKI deployathon. So we brought professionals in, giving talks and basically running through the whole process of setting up a validator and configuring routers and just playing with the thing, really. And we teamed up with this with Juniper in their offices in Amsterdam. So that was a fairly popular event as well. Talking about policies, oh yeah, that's an interesting one, a newish one. The BGP hijacking is a RIPE policy violation. So for years and years and years, we are saying, our community is saying, oh, the RIPE NCC is not the routing policy. So some people are putting that into question, and there's very lively discussion about this thing, with at least like 3 different factions talking about things. Very interesting to see. Then we have a proposal reducing IPv6 allocation site to a /24 after we run out of /22s, and that would mean that we sort of pick things together and give out smaller ones from the address pool that we have gained by returns and the like, and some other stuff, basically housekeeping. So yes, we also are approaching IPv4 run out. Our membership, of course, is growing, unprecedented growth again. So yeah, we think we'll run out probably in February next year, depending on the growth and last minute activities there, maybe a bit earlier even. We'll probably have about 24,000 LIRs by the end of this year. It's all a bit crazy. Yeah. The address pool is running out. That's not unexpected, but it's gonna happen. Lots of transfers are happening. Like what we have there, like 500 per month. That is quite a bit of work. And of course, things are also tightening up. Oh, we'll talk about that in a while. So yeah, the last /8 is gone, and we are now allocating from the returned addresses that we have received from, I don't know, closures and the like. Like I said, when we can't do contiguous blocks of /22s anymore, then we'll just find little bits and pieces, put them together to the equivalent of a /22 and give them out. And if you can't do that anymore, yep, then that's it. Like I said, February 2020, most likely. Or somewhat likely. So yeah, there's lots of things that we are thinking about here. So how can we do this? We have to do this transparently, of course, and efficiently, but also in a way that is fair. And what precisely is fair? Waiting list? Do we do a waiting list? Don't we do a waiting list? And how do we do this? Of course, then we'll have to adjust our software. Yeah, there's work that needs to go into that as well, and yeah, talking about it and keeping input from our community on how to do this. So community aspects. So should we extend the lifespan of v4 or rather not? Ongoing debate for already 20 years probably. Complexity, routing table, is that something that we are seeing? Maybe not. But certainly what we are seeing is new kind of actors in the policy development process, basically in the community. Like 20 years ago, everybody was working together for the good of the internet, and we were all very happy, all the same goals. And now we certainly see new people coming there that have their own goals. Of course, also what we see, and that's a good thing, is involvement of governments, of law enforcers, the competent authorities are here, is the word, that look at this IPv4 thing and how we deal with this, how the community deals with it, what the policy development process is, what form, what shape it is taking these days. So it's all interesting. For ourselves as the registry here, yeah, thank God we said early on, transfers are fine, go transfer away, but keep us informed. The registry is important. We need to know who is using which address space, and I think that we are quite successful with that. Of course, yeah, dynamics between our members and ourselves. We are seen occasionally as being the tough bastards that ask awkward questions, and that's something. Like I said, new kinds of people are coming. The community is, or members of the community are starting to shout at each other and calling each other names, and it's not so nice. We have people, clearly speculators, we have maybe hoarders, we do have hijackers, we have crooks and people who show us falsified passports and other documents to get their grubby hands on the last /22s that abuse the system. We think that's system abuse, that's against the spirit of the policies. So yeah, we have to find the right balance, be strict, be tough, but also don't bother our good members of members in good standing that just need to get the last couple of addresses for themselves for legitimate purposes. Difficult tightrope to walk. Right, different topic, survey. We are doing community stakeholder membership service for a long time. The next one is coming up. It will be launched in May at the next RIPE meeting. The last survey was quite successful. We got input from 4,400 people, but we have many, many more members, so we try to get more feedback there, because this is important for knowing what we should be doing and how we could improve. So that's also, of course, the last survey before we ran out of IPv4. I don't know how important that particular point is, but might be. What should we do afterwards? We try to keep it short, keep it simple, keep it quick, so we get more responses. If you happen to use our services, please do respond when that happens. We use, by the way, the same people that APNIC has been using. There's always a bit of, synergy in doing this, and yeah, we are quite happy so far with the support that we were getting there. Oh yeah, we're going to Reykjavik in May, that is soon. Of course, you're welcome. You know there will be parties without end. Also, drinks will be quite expensive, but it's all worth it because it's 30 years of RIPE community in May. 30 years, I wasn't there in the beginning. I don't remember anything of that. But the community has grown a little bit from the early days. So you're welcome to come and celebrate, and also, of course, work with us as regular. So if you have any questions, I'll be here for the rest of the day and during the coffee break. Thank you.